Hallo Klickenabendler, wir sind bei Game Brewer und haben natürlich auch ein paar Neuheiten. Next to me is Raphael, so we will speak English again. And the big new game here at the fair from Game Brewer is Oak. So what it's about trees here?
Yes, so the oak, it's actually one specific oak that we worship in the game, because as you can see, you have this absolutely enormous tree in the forest that a group of druids is worshipping. So it's a very important and very sacred tree, and the druids are going to gather around the base of the tree and actually climb into the tree to go and collect certain resources in the game. But we as players, we have a specific tribe of druids that we lead and obviously try to win the game by scoring victory points. And so we start with a group of three of our druids that we're going to send out to the different parts of the board. Now, it is a worker placement game, but there's a bit of a twist. It's not like if you go to one location that you do one specific action. The action is going to depend on the cards that you are going to play. Because every card will show one of the three locations based on the three resources of the games, which are the feathers, the mistletoe, and the runes. And when you play a specific card, for instance, this one allows me to do actions on the mistletoe section of the board. It will show me if you stand on the one rock, you can do this action if you pay this much mistletoe. And then same thing with the double rock and the triple rock. So there's different rock formations, and then you place your druid there and perform that action. Now, if you place a druid somewhere and there's already a druid present on that location, you're going to sacrifice one of your druids and you'll have to send them also to the base of the tree, which is here, and then they become passive. Doesn't mean they can't do anything, it means they're limited in what they can do. Another key feature, as you know, many people obviously can see, is that you have all of these accessories. So the druids, after a while, once you train them, can become elder druids, and they have special powers. And each accessory unlocks one specific power for the rest of the game. So it's obviously going to influence your strategy, because if you decide, okay, I really want to go for this particular druid, for instance, one that gives me a lot of discount on making potions, you're probably going to start focusing on the potions more than other players.
And it looks awesome.
It does. It really does. It took us a long time to get the right material and the right size and everything, but it works really well. So we're very happy with the results. It's definitely been an adventure, but yeah, we're very happy that it worked out. And so as the game progresses, so people are going to do actions, they will be forced to pass, and then the passive druids that are here, there's two things that can happen with them. The first one is that they're going to climb up one of the three big branches. And again, same thing, they are linked to those main resources. So you've got one branch that will give you feathers, another one that will give you mistletoe, another one that will give you runes. And then there is this really interesting mechanic where we have a victory point track, but we have this huge marker, which is the solstice marker. And obviously, equinoxes and solstices are very important for druids. Generally in Celtic lore, it is something very important. And so as this marker moves, it will sometimes trigger a solstice festival, and then all the players that are in the tree will receive an income. However, if their victory point marker is further than the solstice marker, they don't get anything. So the game forces you to score points, but maybe not too much, again, depending on your strategy. But it's kind of a system that, you know, breaks people down a bit, where they're like, okay, maybe I'm going to wait a little bit to score this many points because I know there's a festival coming, and then that way, you know, I can influence everything I'm going to get. And that makes it very interesting, because there's a lot of like interesting choices to be made in the game. It's very tight in terms of gameplay. Everything you do, there's a limited amount of resources, so you really want to be clever about it. And yeah, so that's it.
You manage some stuff on your board as well here?
Yes. So these things here, this is basically the number of, it's just to indicate how much you have of a resource. So instead of having physical resource, we have this little system, because it's limited as well on how much you can have. The interesting thing though is that every player gets one druidic order, and they have unique actions available to them. And then also later in the game you can get artifacts, which will also unlock unique features, because the artifacts, and also we have these otherworld creature cards, everything's unique in the game. So there's not a single card that's similar to another one, same with the artifacts. So you really are going to customize kind of like your set of actions and how you want to strategize.
So that's oak. It's available here at the fair and I guess later in the shops as well.
It's coming out this month everywhere. So
For 2 to 4 players?
it's from 1 to 4 players actually.
1 to
There is a solo mode where you have to battle Broichan, and yeah, so it's from 1 to 4 and plays in about 90 to 120 minutes.
And how much does it cost?
It's €60.